Aaron. How are you today?
Very well, Danielle. How are you going?
I'm really well. Can I get you some water before we begin?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
You're good?
I'm
okay.
good.
So tell me, what brings you in today?
So my girlfriend's been gave me the idea of maybe seeing a health coach just for the purposes of some life changes that have been going on and that have caused me, either stress eating or comfort eating that have been going on in my life of late.
Talk to me about some of these stresses that are going on.
So I've recently gone through some job changes, and with those job changes come, usual stresses, and I usually use food as a release of stress, which allows me to calm down. I find that food comforts me.
Well, I want you to know that you are not alone. A lot of people look to food for stress. It's the best source of comfort for most people. That being said, there are a lot of positive ways that can help you cope with the stress rather than turning to food. So talk to me about some of the eating patterns that go on when you are stressed.
Well, I can talk, for instance, right now I'm on holiday, and I find that being on holiday with family, usually they will, go for the more rich types of foods, pizzas or burgers, which, very much speak to comfort food types. While unhealthy, I find it very difficult to portion control and manage the type and quantity of food that I'm eating.
Okay. So from what I'm hearing you say is that these foods that remind you of home are what help you get through the stresses that you're currently dealing with right now.
Absolutely.
Okay. So have you ever tried any other ways to help you deal with the stress in the past?
No, which is why, as I said, I got the idea to come see a health coach to learn about, potential processes that I can use to help with
like
stress.
stress management techniques.
Correct.
Okay, well, I'm glad you came to me because those are definitely things that I can help you work on. Is there anyone you turn to in your life that helps you during times of difficulty?
Definitely family or my girlfriend, other people I would speak to.
Okay.
They're the closest people to me that would be able to provide that support.
That's nice. So what are some of the things that also remind you of home other than food?
So, sport and rugby and surfing and outdoors, those are the kinds of things that remind me of home, obviously in accordance with also the foods that I've missed from home. Those things.
I know the food back in Australia is pretty delicious.
It's pretty great.
I understand why you miss it so much. So have you ever thought about maybe including your friends, your family in some of the things that you miss from home, such as asking your girlfriend to go surfing with you or getting tickets to go to maybe a sports game?
I'd thought of those things, but I haven't really acted upon them.
Okay.
Those seem like good options to get that comfort of home that I miss.
Yeah, so that's something that we can work on in the future, just some food for thought to think about, that there definitely are ways we can cope with your stress other than food. And I want you to know these notes that I'm taking now are completely confidential. Nothing leaves the room. This is a completely safe and non-judgmental space for you.
That's great.
So, in addition to that, you said, so the food seems to be your biggest way of coping right now during stress. What are some of the other stresses that you are talking about other than the feeling of missing home?
So as I said, it was the change of job, and just having to work around getting this new role and making sure that I'm a right fit for the role, and that definitely causes a lot of stress, and the not knowing what the future holds kind of adds to the stress.
The unknown is completely understandable for something to stress out about, but there are plenty of techniques like deep breathing exercises or meditation or even yoga that we can talk about in the future to help you get through this next change in your life.
Excellent.
So, Erin, I'm obviously super grateful that you feel comfortable to come talk to me about this. I'm sure it cannot be easy, and I appreciate you being so vulnerable. If we decide to work together in the future, what would happen from here is that I would design a program for you, and together we would work towards achieving your goals of finding ways to better manage your stress. And this program is meant to benefit you. So anything that you see in the design that you say, Danielle, I don't know if this is really going to work for me, we come up with a new game plan together. So I want you to know that during this next stage of you making all these changes, like, you are not alone. We are going to be working towards this together. So in addition to your friends and family, you will also have me to get through with this.
That sounds incredible. I would love to continue on with this plan and can't wait to see the changes that come about from it.
Good, I'm very happy. So any other questions today before our time ends?
That's it.
Well, Erin, I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you so much.